See it, and prospects want to drive it. Drive it, and prospects find that the 1988 Sable is the shape they want to be in. Sable, it goes beyond sleek styling. It's shape with substance. It embodies a smooth ride, easy handling, many comfort and convenience features, and technological innovations. Now that is a lot to sell. And if there's any man around who knows how to sell Sable, it's Jim Webb from Southern Lincoln Mercury in Decatur, Georgia. Jim, congratulations.
Thank you, Dick.
Jim earned the right to make this year's Sable presentation by winning the National Sable Sell-Off Competition. And the amazing thing to me about this, Jim, is I understand you've been in the manufacturing business for, what, 31 years?
That's right.
Before you finally became a salesperson only last year.
That's right, August.
Well, how can you explain your success in the competition, and in sales in general, for that matter, in so short a time?
Well, being fortunate enough to go to work for an achievement-oriented dealership with excellent management, Southern Lincoln Mercury, the training aids, the video discs, the data fact book, and also the tech manual, and believing that anything worth doing is worth doing well, persevered and applied myself to the Sable sell-off.
Well, apparently it really worked. And if it's not too much trouble, Jim, I would like to see exactly your technique. So why don't I pretend that I'm a potential customer,
okay,
and you're going to tell me and explain to me why I should purchase a new Sable.
Okay, Dick. Well, first off, one of the most important things is greeting your customer. And it is just like this. Jim Webb, Southern Lincoln Mercury, welcome.
Thank
How are you? Dick?
Very well, yes.
Good. It's a pleasure to have you with us. You know, I spoke with you on the phone, and you had expressed interest in the 1988 Mercury Sable LS 4-door Oxford white with gray leather cloth. And there it is. Isn't it beautiful?
It certainly is.
You know, the 1988 does come in 8 new exterior colors and 2 new interior colors. And before I get into explaining the Sable to you, Dick, I would like to compliment you for your decision to evaluate the Sable to meet your automotive needs. You see, my initial responsibility to you today is to be certain that you recognize that Sable was designed to be best in its class. It combines and embraces quality, safety, styling, luxury, and economy, priorities that are essential to the intelligent car buyer, a person such as yourself. Its unique high-tech design is complemented by its practical yet efficient application. The LS before you represents over $3 billion in 5 years of high-tech engineering and design. An evaluation of 400 best-in-class features in automobiles throughout the world, and a people program involving the input of ideas from people throughout the Ford Lincoln Mercury organization and auto buying public. In other words, Sable is truly a people's car, the type of car that people have been asking for. Now let's get more intimately familiar with this unique automobile. You know, Dick, Sable's dedication to driver and passenger safety makes it all the more beautiful. Its unitized construction combines body and frame into a unified structure, welded end to end to form a high-strength passenger capsule. Its front end is designed to collapse in a progressive manner and absorb energy during impact. And inside each of the doors are steel guard beams for additional side impact protection. Its front pillars and roof are designed to withstand a force equal to 1.5 times the Sable's curb weight of approximately 3,000 pounds. And inside are energy-absorbing materials to help cushion impact. Its 5-mile-per-hour, low-impact polycarbonate front and rear bumpers are twice that required by the federal government. And its 360-degree wraparound flush tinted safety glass combined with its dual rear view mirrors controlled from within the car provide excellent driver visibility. Its front disc brakes, power assisted and ventilated, offer quick recovery should they get wet. And the front disc and rear drum brakes combine to offer excellent stopping and slowing power with low pedal effort. there is a brake proportioning valve that senses the vehicle's weight and helps the driver to avoid wheel lockup. Now, if you will, note that which really sets the Sable apart. And since a picture is better than 1,000 words, look at that work of art. This is the laser bar grille, and it features halogen headlamps that provide a white, bright light for the driver. And that material is a polycarbonate material which is stronger and less subject to break than glass. Now Dick, let's take a look under the hood and see how practical and efficient Sable really is.
Okay.
One of the nice features of Sable is the way the engine compartment it opens. Even Granny could open that hood. And notice, if you will, that it is a front-wheel drive vehicle, and with 60% of its weight over its drive wheels, it offers traction and stability in all weather and driving conditions. It is a 4-speed automatic overdrive transaxle with an overdrive 4th gear and full torque converter lockup in 3rd and 4th gears. And what that means is less engine noise and better fuel efficiency at highway speeds. It has a 3-liter V6 overhead valve design, high specific output engine with multi-port fuel injection and EEC4 electronic engine control that monitors the engine's performance from idle to full throttle for maximum efficiency. There is also a new option in 1988, and that is a 3.8-liter V6. And the hood, Dick, is as easy to close as that. And notice, if you will, the shape and slope of the front hood lets the driver see over it. You know, for those that think the terms functional and beautiful are mutually exclusive, one only needs to note Sable's fluid, dynamic shape. But unfortunately, its visual appeal is so strong, it's easy to overlook innovations used to achieve its aerodynamic superiority and one of the lowest wind drag coefficients in its class, 0.32 for sedans. The uniform fit of all body components and the innovations with absence of cavity in the front end, slope of hood and windshield, the aerodynamically styled mirrors, the absence of the hidden roof drip rail, and uniformity of all body components lets air move over, under, and around Sable virtually uninterrupted. You will see that the aircraft-inspired doors are designed to not only form the roof line, but close onto the roof and not into the roof. All body components have received long-term extensive corrosion protection, and that's why we have a 6-year, 100,000-mile warranty on perforation. The lower body cladding, fluted design with black upper shelf, protects the side of the car from those nuisance stings and scratches in parking lots. It also adds to the lower protection and aerodynamics of the car and stops the tire-induced paint erosion on the vehicle. Another feature we should not overlook is its long-life stainless steel exhaust system. As we move to the rear of the car, you will note the wraparound rear window, corner window for better visibility to the rear, and the efficient rear window defroster system, as well as the high-mounted stop light for added safety to the rear. And beneath this shingle trunk lid is a full 18.5 cubic feet of storage capacity. The trunk is trimmed and lighted and features a cargo tie-down net that is standard on all models of Sable in 1988. And an extra added safety feature is the emergency fuel shut-off valve that, should the car be impacted from the rear or a fuel line break, fuel from the tank is cut off immediately. And the trunk lid is very easy to close. As we move to the passenger side, or the driver's side, you will note that we have 15-inch cast aluminum wheels featured with black sidewall steel belted tires, 14-inch deluxe wheel covers are standard on all models of Sable. And I would like to point out two extra customer features, their options, one of which is in evidence. The first, not in evidence, is the Insta-Clear windshield option, which will remove a sheet of ice in a matter of minutes and designed primarily for northern climates. And the keyless entry system, which by insert a 5-digit number and upon touch will unlock your doors, your trunk, and relock your doors. Now, Dick, let's take a look at the spacious interior of the Sable. This LS features cloth twin comfort seats with individual center fold-down armrest and four-way position headrests. The back seat cushion have 6-spring additional support for additional comfort. In the LS model, there is a power lumbar support for additional comfort. The front seat buckles move with the seat, which means it is not necessary to refasten the seat belts. The rear seat features a center fold-down armrest and four-way position headrest. And in 1988, the 3-point safety belt feature in outboard passenger locations is standard. The 6-way power seat, both passenger and driver's side in the LS, permit you to get yourself in the ideal position to operate all controls and all instruments very efficiently. And standard in all models in 1988 with the variable speed wipers, the electronic clock, and manual air conditioner. Other features, if you will, Dick, participate, the double visor. If you would lower that, note that it has a vanity lighted mirror on the driver's side. You can fold that back to your left, if you will, and then fold the other visor down, which gives you extra shading on the nuisance morning sun and evening sun conditions. On the passenger side, the vanity mirror pulls down out of the visor. If you would fold that down and pull the visor mirror and the vanity mirror down, and you note it is adjustable for convenience. Now, Dick, if you would come out of the vehicle. You know, Sable could get by, Dick, on its looks alone, but as you've already seen, it doesn't have to, does it?
No, not at all. It's a beautiful car.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I can see now why you won the competition.
Thank you.
One more thing, if I may. Show me how you wrap it all up.
Well, I'd like to do that. Basically, it is this. With QCP, Quality Commitment Program, which is the commandment of Lincoln Mercury Division, that's total customer satisfaction. And the commitment that is made in Sable in quality and safety in its design, and the fact that we feel it is something that is alive and working and not just something written on paper, we challenge the owner-to-be to test drive the Sable before signing your order.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you very much, Dick. Appreciate it.
Jim has shown us that Sable has a lot to sell, and that should make selling a lot of Sables a little easier in 1988. But with everything Sable has to offer, there are still some prospects who will want more. And for them, there is Sable Wagon. And here to tell us all about the facts and features of Sable Wagon is John Crouch from Marion Ford Lincoln Mercury in Marion, Illinois. How are you, John?
Good, Dick.
John has been selling for Marion for 5 years now and doing such a good job that he was just recently promoted to sales manager. Congratulations, John.
Thanks.
Being a new sales manager, John, what would you say is important in keeping a successful attitude day after day?
Well, it's a positive mental attitude. You know, you have to put yesterday behind you and go on to today. You have a new customer, a new day, a new product to sell every day. And with that in mind, you got to go out and sell the value of the car on the lot. That's where you sell cars, on the lot, and we got more value today with Lincoln Mercury than we've ever had before.
That positive mental attitude is one of the reasons John is here telling us about the Sable. You see, he is one of 16 finalists in the Sable sell-off this year. Congratulations for that too, John.
Thanks.
And now, would you like to tell us something about the Sable?
All right, Dick, before I do that, I'd like to give you just a little history of the Sable. It was 8 years ago when Sable really started. It took 5 years and $3 billion to develop the car and get it out for its first year. There's a good reason for that. Ford's committed to quality, and they didn't want to bring a car out that they had to make a lot of changes to. They wanted a car to be ready when they brought it out, and it was. And it was a great success, and it continues to be. But now in its third year in '88, we found little things to continue to refine the car. And those little things, again, in '88, are new. But Ford's commitment to quality goes beyond that. From the time you purchase a car today to 2 years down the road, you'll continue to hear from Ford Motor Company about your car that you purchased. Not only how you are satisfied with the car, but how you were satisfied with the job I did selling you the car, and how you're satisfied with the job our service department's done in maintaining your car.
In other words, Sable makes it easy to sell, doesn't it?
It really does.
Well, why don't you give us an example of how you, pretending I'm the customer, would tell me why I should purchase a Sable?
All right, let's go.
Okay.
The first thing I want to do when I'm selling a Sable is to start at the front of the car and talk about the aerodynamics of the automobile. This Sable wagon is not what you would expect to see in most wagons. It's not box-shaped, it's not square. It's very aerodynamic, it's very rounded, and it slopes towards the front. It has a drag coefficient of 0.35. Now, drag coefficients might not mean much to you when we talk about it, but when you drive the car, you'll notice the quiet. Because it cuts through the wind better, you don't have the wind noise. And it really helps the car to handle better and gives it better fuel economy. And Ford's commitment to safety is really something. Right here, if you'll take a look, is a polycarbonate 5-mile-an-hour bumper, almost twice the industry standard. Ford's commitment to safety goes so far as you'll find if you check when you purchase your car that some insurance companies have even reduced the collision insurance on this car by 25% over the last year. Halogen headlamps are standard, and to protect that halogen headlamp, the bright white light that it is a high-impact Lexan plastic. Keeps rocks from coming up, hitting it, breaking it. And something that I know you're going to like, something that sets you apart from everybody else. When you drive down the road at night, you're going to be distinctive. It's the only car I know with a light bar all the way across the front. And that says something about you. You go down the road, somebody says, hey, there goes Dick in his Sable.
Right.
Let me show you underneath the hood, if you will.
Sure.
You know, if you just take your hand, Dick, and put it right here, feel a little rubber tip there, just pull up. Notice how easy that hood comes up. No more prop rods to get your fingers all greasy and break your fingernails off. Nice little gas struts to hold the hood up. But what's really important underneath this hood is a 3-liter multi-port electronic fuel-injected engine. Now, it's transverse mounted, centered over the axle. 60% of the weight is over the front axle. And that gives you better traction in all driving conditions. It's coupled with a 4-speed automatic overdrive transmission that shifts smoothly, but yet gives you great fuel economy at highway speeds. And something that I know you're going to like is all the user serviceable components are marked in an iridescent yellow to make it easy for you to find them. Each and every time you service your car, you should check these things. And with all the self-service stations we have today, you know, you have to check those a lot. And it's very clearly marked. Your washer fluid, your radiator coolant, your power steering, your dipstick, and your oil fill, all very well marked in yellow. And of course, a heavy-duty maintenance-free battery. You never really have to check to see if there's water in it. You just go right along. Power rack and pinion steering to make the car easy to drive and easy to maneuver. I think that's something you'll really enjoy as you drive this car. Look how easy that closes. The fit and finish on this car is just phenomenal, and that just tells you the quality story. Notice right here, this is our InstaClear windshield option. It can melt a thin layer of ice in just a very few minutes in the morning. No more getting out there with a scraper and scraping all the ice and snow off, and I know that's a feature you're going to like in the Sable. And recessed wipers to help keep that air moving smoothly over the top. And something I know you're going to appreciate. All season steel belted radial tires. You know, radial tires have become standard in the industry, but not all season. And the great part about this is, when wintertime comes, you're not going to have to change and put on snow tires. Your snow tire's already there, and I know you're going to enjoy that because I do. We've also put power front disc brakes on here to help you stop quickly and safely, and I know you'll enjoy that. And of course, a cast aluminum wheel. Nice appearing wheel, looks good, looks distinctive, and I know you'll appreciate that. And if you'll just step back and take a look, this is a polycarbonate body side cladding is what we call it. Basically what it is just protection for the bottom side of your car from road debris that might fly up and nick, ding, or otherwise scratch your car. And a wide body side molding to protect you from all those door dings you get in the parking lot. I know invariably I can park at the end of the row and boom, somebody throws the door in it. But with this wide body side molding, that's going to help to protect your car a whole lot. Now something that I really think is important, and I think every car should have, and that is child-proof locks. You know, I'm all concerned about them opening the door from the inside, falling out. Well, with this child-proof lock in the up position, the chances of your child being able to open that door and fall out while you're going down the road are very slim. And I think that's a safe feature that everyone will appreciate. Back here, you notice, again, all-season tires. But what we have here is a four-wheel independent suspension. So when you hit a bump with this tire, it doesn't necessarily transfer it all the way across the car. Because it's independent, each one works separately from the other. And that helps to give you a better ride down the road. And I think that's important also. Now, right here is a feature that I know you're going to like. You ever left your gas cap laying on top of a gas pump?
Yeah.
I have. In fact, I've left a lot of them laying there. My wife's left even more than that. Well, we've eliminated that. As you unscrew this gas cap, you'll find that it's tethered. It's there to stay. You're not going to leave it. You might forget to screw it back on, but you're not going to leave it behind. And that's going to save you running back to the parts store and picking up another one. Now, the thing about wagons is that people are looking for cargo capability, the ability to move a lot of cargo around from time to time. And for the family, that's important. So we have an adjustable luggage rack. You move it forward and back, either way you want for whatever size of load you have, and then tie it down with convenient tie hooks. And I think that's a feature that you'll also like on this wagon. If you'll come around the back with me, I want to show you the two-way gate. Look how easy the glass lifts up. You can take those packages, set them right down inside without having to lift the whole gate. But if you got that big cargo and you got to get inside, same thing. One hand, raise the tailgate to reveal 81 cubic feet of storage space in the interior with the back seat down. 45.6 with the back seat up. Plenty of room to carry your golf clubs, luggage, and if you got that big job where you got to haul pipes, maybe even a sheet of plywood, just throw it in there. You got plenty of room. We also put in tie-down hooks so you can tie that cargo down, and a convenient cargo net to hold those grocery bags in place. You ever had a grocery bag turn over on you and the mayonnaise and mustard and everything goes everywhere and the eggs break? You got to clean it all up. Well, that cargo net will help to prevent that. Now, I move this back out of the way. I'll show you a feature that you're really going to like. You ever go on vacation, have your camera and didn't want to take it with you, but you're afraid somebody break in your car and steal it? Well, we put in a lockable storage space down underneath. Put it away, it's out of sight, locks up, nobody's going to see it. Something else I know that you'll enjoy. This is optional, but it's our picnic tray. Folds right out, holds up to 60 pounds, makes it nice for camping or just for that tailgate party before the ball game or whatever you might need it for. I think it's a nice option and something I'd like to have on my car. And if you need more passenger room, we got that with an optional rear-facing third seat. Simply flip it up, and now you got room for 8 people to ride comfortably. And I think that's something that really makes this a viable wagon for everybody. Notice also rear window defroster. You know, we thought for a long time that, you know, if you had another glass gate that came up, it was hard to get rear window defrosters in there. We've done it, and I think you'll find that you really like it. Come on down the driver's side with me, and we'll stop right here. If you notice the exhaust pipe coming out, that's a stainless steel exhaust system. Longer life. You know, I'm not saying it'll last forever, but it'll last longer than most will. But come on up and notice how flush the glass is. That all adds to the aerodynamics. And this year, tinted glass is standard on both the GS and the LS models, along with 8 new colors on the exterior and 2 new colors on the interior. And, of course, power mirrors on both sides, making it easy for you to adjust. Why don't you have a seat right in here and notice the spacious room on the inside of the Sable wagon. And right here is something that I really like, and that's the curb light. I've opened the door and got out and turned my ankle and stepped in water and mud and everything else. And with that curb light, it'll light it up real nice at night, and you can see exactly what you're doing when you get in and out. If you'll take a look here with your left hand, Dick, you'll see the controls for the 6-way power seat. You can readily feel how the seat goes forward, back, up, and down. And just at a touch, you could tell, because those are our touch controls, raise lever and recess lever so you actually know. And just back one notch, you'll feel your power lumbar support. And that's to take care of your back on those long drives. And you just pump it up, pump it down. There again, raised and lowered. Very simple to use, very easy to find. And then one more notch back with your hand, you'll find your recliner for your seat. It's a manual recliner, reclines in 3/4 degree increments all the way back. Just to make you a little bit more comfortable as you drive down the road. If you'll take your hand and reach up to the dash, you'll find the headlamp switch. Again, touch coated so that you know what's on and what's off. We like to call that ergonomics at Ford. The interaction between man and machine, making your life a little bit easier as you drive down the road so that your fingers can do your seeing so that your eyes can stay on the road. And that's where they belong for your safety as well as for ours. Now, inside you'll also know that standard in this car, interval wipers, electronic AM/FM stereo radio. This one has cassette. Air conditioning is also standard along with a digital clock. This one also has automatic temperature control. You set the temperature at which you want to have, it'll maintain it for you as you go down the road. Above your head are the map lights to help you find your way at night if you're lost. And a feature that I like right here is your dual visors. If you'll pull that out and pull it over towards me, you'll find the secondary visor to fold down. So that when you're getting glare from both positions as you go down the road, now you have something to block it out. And I think that's nice, don't you? You'll also find if you'll reach across and grab the passenger visor and pull it down, you'll find a very nice lighted vanity mirror right there. And I know that's something your wife will like. It tilts toward her, away from her, so that she can easily make up herself as she's going down the road or before she gets out of the car. Comfort, convenience, safety, all things that we want you to feel as you drive your new Sable home today. Why don't you come on out, Dick? A lot of value there, isn't there?
Certainly is, John. And thanks a lot.
Thank you,
I can certainly see why you're one of the 16 finalists. One more thing. What is your version of the wrap-up?
I'll tell you what I like to do. You know, we just spent quite a bit of time going around the car, and I've showed you a lot of things. What I like to do right now is say, you know, there's one thing I forgot to show you. And that's when I take them back around the other side of the car and open the passenger door and say, you know, I forgot to show you. Please have a seat in here. Put them in, close the door, walk back around, get in the driver's side, and off we go on the demonstration drive.
That sounds like fun.
It is fun.
John, thanks a million.
Thank you, Dick.
As you can see, Sable gives prospects sedan features with the versatility of a wagon with no compromise. And that is what makes Sable the wagon for today.
Winter. Ice. Freezing temperatures. Imagine, at the flick of a switch, the Insta-Clear windshield from Ford Glass defrosts and defogs itself electronically without wipers or scrapers in as little as 2 minutes. Insta-Clear, another quality first from Ford. The high technology of the Taurus and Sable models demanded it. You should too.